Took a risk yesterday and it did not pay off, and today we are going to lower our risk. That's the more reason why I said it is not every time you want to follow me and take my risk, right? And if you want to follow me and take my risk, you have to make sure that you have made up your mind to do that. Okay, earlier today I dropped this particular video telling you guys that we are going to take a risk, okay, and the risk did not actually pay off. Okay, so if you notice earlier today when I was dropping this analysis, I told you guys that this particular 9.45 odd and 1.39 odd away. Okay, I'm not going to explain more details about it, and it's I believe, or hopefully believe, that Manchester United were going to get a win, but it didn't actually happen. Okay, so now I also told you guys that the over 2.5 options that I predicted for these 5 games, they are not, the market disagreed for them, right? The market did not actually agree. I want to take the risk. Okay, and I also told you guys that where the market agreed is 1.5. so that's the more reason why when you see any of these analysis, you have to pay close attention and get the information so that you know where you are leaning towards the options, because you might not necessarily take my own because I want to take. Okay, so I told you that where the market was, the market agreed mostly is on 1.5. Now if you look at those games, at almost all of them played 1.5. This one played 1.5. This one, only this one played over 2.5. so this one also played 1.5. and let's go down again. So I believe this was the only one that played 0-0. Okay, so and this played 1.5 as well. Okay, and in today's video we are going to be looking at for the 23/08/2026 analysis, and this one we are going to go for a lesser risk. Okay, so we are not going to go much of the higher risk that we took yesterday. Okay, we are going to go for a lesser risk and see what we can get from these particular people. And this is just a market analysis. This is just odd market analysis, and this odd market analysis, it takes only a very good understanding of the odd before you can be able to pick out a value, or before you can be able to pick out reasonable things from the market. Okay, so that's why whenever I present the odd market analysis like this, you yourself, you can also look into the game, check the games, and readjust your own before you go ahead to bet. Okay, so nobody is perfect. I might make mistake in some areas. Okay, so that's why you have to pay close attention and make sure that you are not making mistake. So we have the Brighton and Aston Villa match. The home team is priced at 2.29. The draw odd is 3.62 and the away odd is 3.31. If you have been following me before, you know that I've said this countless times, that this is actually a balanced in 50-50 match. Now, what happened between Brentford and Tottenham might actually happen here today. Okay, so now let's look at this game. Now Brighton is much more higher, it's much more stronger than Aston Villa, looking at it the other way around, but these guys are priced at 50-50 game, 50-50 balanced game. Because since they are priced at 50-50 balanced game, so I believe they know the reason why they priced it as 50-50 balanced game. But if you want me to ask, if you are asking me on paper, I will tell you that Brighton is stronger than Aston Villa, considering their last meetings, considering their past few games. Okay, more especially the last 5 games of the both teams. Brighton is much more stronger. Now we are going to go for an option of home team to win or draw. We are going to go for option of home team to win or draw, because when I was going through the market, the odd market profile, okay, I find out that the biggest threat in the market is draw. Okay, so the biggest threat in the market is also draw. So that's why we are going to lean for home to win or draw. Now let's go for Manchester City and Bournemouth. Now this is a very interesting game, and my option here is going to amaze you. Okay, so we all know what happened between Manchester City and Arsenal last weekend. Okay, so what happened between Manchester City and Arsenal last weekend, and the outcome of the match were very crazy. And this match is a match where the new coach, which is Enzo Maresca, will want to prove that he can handle this job, right? So he want to prove that he can handle this job. And when I was going through the market profile, I discovered that the 1-1 correct score for draw is highly protected. Okay, so the 1-1 correct score for draw is highly protected. Now the reason why I choose Manchester City to win, straight winning, is simply because when I look at the 1-1 correct score is highly protected. Okay, and I also saw that the correct score of 2-1 is also way lesser than the one of 1-1. So that simply means if there should be an edge, it's supposed to be 2-1, okay, or alternatively 1-1, right? So the main reason why I went for home to win is simply because of the draw odd. Because if you look at the draw odd here, the draw odd is 5.08 odd. You see that the draw odd is high. Okay, so it's relatively high. So I don't think that draw they are pricing might actually come to pass. Okay, let's see how it happens tomorrow. So I'm going to go for Manchester City to win straight. Now let's go for Rennes and PSG, which is the second to the last game of half here. Rennes and PSG. PSG is at away. That makes the game more difficult. Okay, so now, but when I was going through the profile, I discovered that the 1-1 correct score for draw was heavily priced here. Okay, it was heavily priced, but because PSG is PSG, and this seems to be the first game of the season, so that's why I want to bank on them. Okay, so we'll go for away to win. Straight. Now the last but not the least is Elche versus Barcelona. Okay, so the game is going to happen tomorrow. Elche versus Barcelona. Now if you look at this odd market, you find out that it's much more closer to that of Manchester United yesterday. Okay, but in these games, Real Madrid has won their game. Okay, they have won their game, and you know the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Now Barcelona will also want to win their game tomorrow as well, right? So that's why we are going for Barcelona to win, which is away to win. Okay, now guys, these are the 4 teams we'll be looking out for today, and don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and you are free to make any adjustment that you feel is not necessary for you. And let me see you on the winning side. Keep winning.